Hello, how are you, Amanda? SEINT artist. It's fall. Let's do a fall look. I'm going to show you Spell 3 ways. Spell is the October shade of the month, and I think it's the perfect medium between Cocoa and Philly. Cocoa can sometimes take a bit to blend and pick up, whereas Philly can really get punchy really fast. It's also not available until I don't know when. Insert Spell. It's right in between the two. It's a brown tone. It's so pretty. Perfect for fall. Perfect for Thanksgiving. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to show it to you 3 ways. Transition shade, eyeshadow shade, eyeliner. Let's dig into it. I am going to go into Paris and I'm going to prep my lids. I like having a nice powder base. It makes my eyeshadows blend better, and you're really not going to see Paris. I use Cupcake Pup, Paris Mama. I think Strawberry Fields was a really good one. I don't know if it's still available. And then I'm going to press into Drift, and we are just going to press this on the brow bone at the base of our brow. This is going to give a little illusion of lift with that soft shimmer. And that's it. I actually think I need to change my brush. I need a fluffy brush. I don't want that brush. I see it. Eyeshadow brush. Okay, I am going to just wipe this off just a little bit, just in case we got extra stuff on it. And we're going to go into this. So we're going to use a fluffy brush, because a fluffy brush means light application. I'm going to tap on to Spell and tap off excess. And we are going to start way up here, and we're just going to apply this nice and light. Nice and light, almost like a little Necco brown, but it's a bit warmer. It's a little warmer. It's very pretty, and you just want this at the base, right where your eye starts to crease and up. And you want to focus that on the outer corner just to add a little bit of lift. You know I like to add lift to my eye. Same over here. So we're just lightly using a fluffy brush to just focus. I hold my brush up and down like this, and I push on that brow bone, and I go up and out. This kind of forces you to blend this way. And we're just blending it nice and light. Never underestimate the power of a good shadow, an actual shadow where my brow bone comes down so it shadows things a little more and makes it look a little bit deeper. So using my own shadow to my advantage and just blending that up so it just has a seamless blend up and out. I'm going to switch to the small end, and this is where it becomes the next color. Using a fluffy brush keeps it nice and light. I actually think I want to add a touch more out here. I go pretty far out. Yeah, I want to add that out. Look at how pretty that looks. It's going to get me out of the hood. I'm fairly hooded on the outside. I say fairly, I'm not as hooded as most, but the hood does affect my eyes because it comes down right here. Anyways, we're not going to get into it because then people tell me I'm not hooded. And we're going to go in with the small end. And we're going to tap on and build it up. A denser end is going to add a bolder punch. And I am going to make a greater than, less than. So I'm going to start at the lash line nice and thick and just building this up using that dense end to add a darker. You see how that's darker? It's the same shade, but it's darker because I'm using a denser brush. And having a brush that's two-ended, fluffy and dense, is just more bang for your buck. Makes your application go on faster because you're not searching for the next brush. And right now I'm just working on filling in between my crease, the fold, where my eyelid folds ends up being a complete blank space because it folds so darn easily. But I'm focusing this on the brow bone on the outside. Do you see how that's so much darker than that transition color? That's what we're wanting. So we're just building this up and into that little transition shade. A transition shade is not a focal point. It's an accessory in your eyeshadow. Flipping it to that fluffy end, and we're just going to give it a little blend. Little blend so they work together and they don't look super crazy. But that is I love this color. It's my home base. Okay, home base. All right, we're grabbing it on that dense end. And again, I start on the lash line. Go outside that outer corner and then push at the base of that brow bone. Greater than, less than, and making sure if you have a hooded eye, you're getting into that fold. So just pressing into that fold, pressing onto that lash line, and I love when a color can be more than one thing. All right, just blending that out. Okay, we're gonna leave the under of the eye alone for now. All right, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna grab an etch brush that I should have grabbed ahead of time. Was using it yesterday. So such a good brush. This is the Game Changer brush. Here it is. So it has this nice wide end, and then it has this nice small end. We're gonna get this end wet. I'm just gonna use a SEINT setting spray. Whichever setting spray or water you wanna use is completely up to you, it doesn't matter. But just get the brush a little bit wet, and then we're gonna press into Spell, pick it up, and this is gonna deepen it even more. And I am gonna focus this right on the lash line, and I'm gonna make a bit of a wing. And this makes such a pretty liner. A nice soft liner if you have mature eyes and you feel that pencils or liquids are a little too harsh for mature eyes, use an eyeshadow and use a wet brush. But I'm just deepening it even more. I'm even gonna get the inner corner here just to extend my lashes and give my eye a little bit of definition. Look at how pretty that is. Okay, so taking that wet brush, getting all that spell on there. And this brush is also denser because it's smaller and tight. And so it's gonna pick up more too. And then again, just following that lash line and making a little tiny but mighty baby wing. I stay within my fold, gives me a little more control and guidance. But you see how much darker that is? Just wet, one color, one eyeshadow, 3 colors. I'm gonna clean up my under eyes. I have fallout, so there's fallout to take into account when you're using a dark shadow, which is why I do it before my makeup. But also, I am going to take my blend brush. I didn't get any of my brushes out ahead of time. And I'm just gonna grab my brightening highlight, and I'm just gonna give myself some coverage under my eyes. This is gonna add a little bit of stick, but also I've been using an eyelash serum, and it's darkening my lids. Another reason why I like having a good primer. But you see how cleaning it up just gave my eye a little new shape? I'm gonna take that etch brush that's wet, and whatever's left on here, we're gonna start at the middle, and we're gonna work over and over, but not to the corners, just to the mid. Do you see that? You don't even have to go all the way up to the lash line, just below it. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It always ends up working there anyways, but leaving those outer corner and inner corners alone. All right, we're gonna grab our eyeliner. I'm gonna use a liquid liner. Again, if you have mature eyes and you don't like them, skip this part. I do use a pencil. This is Maybelline Tattoo Studio to waterline the top for a little extra eye definition. Did I get that inner corner? I'm unsure. Oh, I did. Just go a little more. Okay, but I do like to define my upper line just the tiniest bit, but it also will give my lashes a full look. And this sets, and I do this before I waterline at the bottom. I'm going to be using a light color on the bottom, but I want the excess to tap off, and I want what stays to set. Does that make sense? Because this will set, but it does also transfer, so give it time to do both. Do the final transfer of the excess that's on there and set what wants to stay. I'm taking my Stila Stay All Day, and I'm gonna go 1/4 of the way in, and I'm gonna go out and straight out, which means it doesn't follow the eye line, and then I'm gonna come up to meet it. And this depth right here, you can either do this just with that eyeshadow, or you can give it an extra kick with the eyeliner, but adding that depth out there gave my eye extra lift. And you can kind of tell that it's doing that without it too. So it's to each their own. I personally like the way my eyes look when I have a good defined wing. I think that using a liquid liner gives it a little more definition, and I like it to be more, I don't want it to be so soft. I like softness on the ridges, but I like that eyeliner. It's what you like, wear what you like. Take what you want, leave the rest. That's what I'll say. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my waterline at the bottom. I'm going to use that etch brush. I'm going into my palette and I'm grabbing my main highlight. Whatever the main highlight is, it can be your brightening or not. I prefer a more subtle color, a more natural color. So I use my main highlight. You can use your brightening if you want. You can use white. It's whatever you want. A waterline with my cream. And then I'm going to come out here to this wing and I'm going to clean it up and add lift because I'm going upward and outward. And this just cleans up any excess also, and then use your finger to tap it out. Same here, we're gonna waterline it. And then we're gonna clean it up. I tap on both sides, so one side is for one eye and the other side's for the other eye. And then we just clean it up. Grab some more if you need to. This side needs to. And then just clean it up. There we go. Then we can go in with our mascara and our makeup, and I'll be right back. Done. Okay, I kind of wanted to add another color into my spell, but I've got spell on my outer corner. It's a transition color. It's my eyeliner. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to add cranberry. Cranberry is your holiday accessory. We're going to just use our finger here. It's a soft shimmer, and it is a mauve-y cranberry. I don't know. We're going to take that finger. We're going to tap it right into that middle right there. So pretty. We're going to leave the inner corner alone, grabbing it. It goes so well with spell. Ooh, and it rhymes. Okay, so well with spell. Lovely. I'm going to use my little pinky here. I'm going to grab drift, and I'm going to use that on my inner corner just to blend it in with that soft shimmer. But I'm leaving cranberry as cranberry. Look how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. I have to use the other pinky here because of these darn nails. I have a nail appointment tomorrow because these puppies are way too long for my comfort level. And there we go. That's it, cranberry. Ooh, talk about an accessory. I love it. My girlfriend used this the other day and I knew I needed to try it. Cranberry is fun. It's so pretty. I think some people get scared of something outside of the neutrals. I would say this is a beautiful addition for fall. So pretty. Spell as more than one color. So good. Have a great day.